information. TDN at the station. TDN Africa Media. Yeah. For news and entertainment. TDN gets the latest. TDN Africa Media. Yeah.
Welcome to the program SALONE Talk on TDN Africa Media. Many thanks for joining us. Mina Diana Kuta.
And Mina Theophilus Gbenda. All right. Well, Fabulem, of course, today is a brand new day, and it's a brand new edition of the SALONE Talk program on TDN Africa Media. Well, of course, you can always follow me on our Facebook page, or you go on our YouTube page as well. You just type TDN Africa Media, and that's it. You have it all. Subscribe, like, and share. All right, I'll go read the main issues of discussion today. We can forget newspaper review, and then the first issue we'll deal with today is the fact say government and APC Peace Talks, they start today, the 16th of October 2023. Dr. Kande Yumkela don't officially return back to the Sierra Leone People's Party. Then work permits fees, they increase, quoting the Minister of Labour and Industrial Relations. He said the amount where the foreign workers they pay in our country is almost nothing. So SALONE don't become a dumping ground for all type of foreign nationals for can take jobs that were supposed to be done by Sierra Leoneans. Then of course the Clerk of Parliament, Omar Parant Tarawali, don't talk on a radio interview for saying SALONE will soon get a new constitution. Quoting him directly, and he's on record. So hopefully very soon we'll have a new constitution. We will deal with that actually, because one of the key things that we see is with or without the presence of APC MPs in the House of Parliament, if the constitution go before them, they are going to pass it without wasting any time. All right, the West African Examination Council don't set up a committee for look into examination malpractices inside the last West Africa Senior Secondary Certificate Examination. Then we look at the way where someone they live in Freetown, hard life for youth in Freetown, but they want to stay in Freetown instead of going to the provinces and do some work and make them become self-reliant or other kinds that they prefer for them in Freetown for face the harshness of the economic situation. President Bio, they launched today inside Pujol the Feed SALONE flagship program, will aim at seeing Sierra Leone feeding itself rather than going out for import food from elsewhere. New appointments. President Bio made 2 new appointments of recent. He appointed a software analyst, and he also appointed David Pandanowa, when that be when before the SLRSA, and then the Commodity, the Mika Internal Affairs Minister, and now he is the head of a new government entity working for do with national assets and government property. So now these are the core things they work for deal with today. But for now, we will go to the newspaper headlines, and my colleague, Madam Diana Koka, will take me through them.
We're going to start off with the Calabash newspaper, and on the front page, it reads, local manufacturers advocate for favorable tax regime. Pastor Mambu's rice farm emerges as model for feed salon. Standard Chartered Bank ex-employees protest for end of service benefits. And also 8 suspects in custody for attempted sacrilege and arson at local church. From the Calabash, we now take the Salon Times newspaper. Workers of Makisal Cement Factory complain of poor medical. NACSA presents 9 million new loans budget for 2024. 9 million.
9 billion?
It's 9 million.
9 million, okay. Wow.
New loans budget, NACSA.
Wow, okay.
Anyway, I just hope it's correct.
No, I'm not sure it's correct. It should be 9 billion, okay, I guess. But we are just reading what is stated in the newspaper.
Yes, and that's Salon Times newspaper. UN Women makes commitment to support women in agriculture. See for the media, EOM report paves way for a functioning democracy in Sierra Leone. President Bio's call for disability sport desk at National Sport Authority is regarded since 2021. Poor salary syndrome and high cost of living jeopardize human cost of living. The Focus 24/7 newspaper gets on the front page. Post-election dialogue begins today. EU calls for cleaning of the legal framework. And as statistics Sierra Leone gears up for 2021 midterm census report writing, Statistician General assures of what? Well, you find out from the Focus 24/7 newspaper. The Independent Observer newspaper, Arise IIP boost local employment in Koya. Insurance tariffs shoot up today. The Standard Times newspaper, $400 million project, investment project, massive transformation. I think it's the Arise project. Well, enhancing rural development, food security, and poverty eradication. UNOPS and UN Women campaign for empowerment, women empowerment and gender equality. From the Standard Times newspaper, the open space, NCRA seeks more funds for better service delivery. APC tagged negative users of social media. And he was welcomed for CIO Alusai Kane in Kenema. New Youth Commissioner gratifies supporters. The Trumpet newspaper, Pastor Mambu's rice farm, a model for feed salon. Ambassador Koma, okay, this the Trumpet newspaper, Ambassador Koma sells Bio's feed salon to Portugal. And NACSA Commissioner meets IDMC Director. The Concord Times newspaper gets for climate action, urban finance, stakeholders call for urgent action, more collaboration. APC Diaspora wing support MPs, mayors, and councillors. IOM, the option of Temple Run is not an option. And we move now to the next paper, when the Success newspaper. A report on the front page SLRA to institute road user charges. Agriculture Ministry sends to get food security kickstart, said. And also they say praises for the new Balamuya custom boss for his prudent revenue generation security management. And Voice of SALONE reports KKY Returns to SLPP. Shepherd Hospice celebrates World Hospice and Palliative Care Day. Government APC dialogue commences today. African NGOs summit to converge at a crucial time. And water security, the reality of climate change. All this on the Voice of. And the Heroes newspaper, citizens demand rerun of 2023 election in December. Just a short time, eh? And the International Day of the Girl Child, a celebration or a commemoration. It's a question whether it's a celebration or it's a commemoration. Declaration of World Poetry Movement about the situation in Palestine. This newspaper, New Age newspaper, Arise, an MCC compact in disguise. Really? An MCC compact in disguise. As KKY dumps NGC for SLPP, angry Gbenda tendencies manifested. UN Women commits to support women in agriculture, and the EU election report, 2 men missing. It's a too many missing pieces. Expo time, Bureau commits 10% to national budget to feed SALONE. VP Julie launches Big 5 budget hearings. New Citizen letter from the United Kingdom. The dilemma in Sierra Leone, no room for third political thought. That's according to Honorable I.B. Kagbo, who was a former member of Parliament for the All People's Congress. And they get the Pastor Mabu's rice farm model. The Africa 24 APC Diaspora donates 400 million and 80 bags of rice to MPs and councillors. The big demo awaits SLRA. And that's the final paper, so we can start the discussion. Mr. Gbenda.
Okay, sure, of course. Well, thank you so much indeed, Madam Diana. We're going to go to the other...
The newspaper review. We have KKY Returns to SLPP.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Most of the papers this morning.
All right. Well, of course, we therefore look into KKY and go on to the SLPP. Of course, now in democratic rights, it be designed from the SLPP and go from the C4C, the National Grand Coalition (NGC). Alongside guys like Dr. Dennis Bright and others, but he don't decide for say, well, I think it was a mistake that we had to to establish a new political party, because me, I'm leaving back home, I'm going back to where I'm coming from. Mm-hmm. So he tendered a resignation on Friday, and then on Saturday he go to the grand declaration for the SLPP. The hall was jam-packed. They be really coordinated well for ensure say the event gets the kind of publicity we will need and the kind of audience we will need. So people were brought in from the provinces and from other constituencies. So they were all there. Yeah. So we go show now. See. We'll go into the discussions further. Then, of course, another thing. Well, the fact is that Pastor Mambu in Rice Farm, they don't hail him as a model for achieving the Feed SALONE initiative. So I want to say bravo to Pastor Mambu. He's not just a serious man of God, but he is also deeply involved in agriculture, which is very crucial. For many other men of God, I think this will be a motivation for them to go into farming. And Pastor Mambu, they do chickens, they do rice farm, and they do some other things then, not to just one side. So he's very much, and he's very successful in his agricultural venture. So
I really feel good that you're talking that good of Pastor Mabo.
Oh yeah, okay.
You're commending him for his very good.
Yes, I'm commending him. You're right.
He's preaching. You don't like?
No, I'm not against him preaching. He's a man of God.
Preach against marijuana.
Oh yeah, but now just the way when they put say anybody who smoke marijuana in the go straight to hell. And there is nowhere in the Bible where that is so stated.
Did he say you're going
so that is a complete sign? Did he say yeah, of course. You know, say Pastor Mambu when they preach, he is very categorical. I mean, so in fact, one time he makes statements against Rastas them, say the one that when they carry dreadlocks na dirty. Come on, you should not sound like that.
No, we're not going to that.
Are you comfortable?
Yes, because
but you can't, as a man of God, you don't make such a statement because
I have engaged on several times with Pastor Mark, and you don't like to talk about
yes, no, because that's just not the last point on them. Because twins are born. Twins are born. What can I say? Like me, I'm in triplets. What can you say? So children are born with dreadlocks. So this is ordained by the Almighty God. So you cannot condemn what is ordained by the Almighty God and say na dirty. That's very wrong of him. So not that I have nothing against him, but that's the way he can go the extremist way. I mean, perhaps then I'm really concerned, especially on the ganja and the Rasta men. Anyway, he's doing a good job. Once more, I want to say bravo to Pastor Mambu. I mean, for not just focusing on his preaching, but also on investing what he's getting from his preaching into farming, plowing what he's getting from the farm into yes. But I think say Pastor Mambu for do some value addition. So we now begin to see bags of rice branded with the Pastor Mambu in brand.
There also gets a lot of poultry.
Poultry, yes. Let's see the poultry things going out in a well packaged manner. But what do they see? Some fall they don't kill them already. They don't process them, go to the market for sale. We have to see the Pastor Mambu in chicken. So we believe say if for the sell the life
so that people are going to know not to pass the go talk as in a pastor because
exactly. Value addition.
Packet get you logo
value addition, very important. Yeah. So I would say Pastor Mambu will take note of that really. But he's doing a good job for which we have commended him.
Exactly. The man of God for involved in that investment.
Exactly.
The politician they really thief money, they not think about that.
All right. So one of the stories that we read now that workers at a cement factory they complain of poor medical care. I mean that is very crucial. Working at a cement factory, I mean you are already into a very highly pollutant situation, right? And so therefore, if you are exposed, for example, I don't go there many times. They don't even use proper gears, safety gears, and all of that. And it's very crucial. If you inhale the cement, you inhale I mean, some even swallow because the cement, now in the air, right? So while the process go on, someone open up this thing, they go right inside then someone the inhale this and that and that. It's a very serious matter.
Not even there. Most people, most workers, they get proper medical.
Yes.
And the first thing they for demand for, as you talk, they get proper safety.
Yes.
They has them, not go into that factory without, dress properly.
Okay.
So that at least, go inhale plenty of the substance.
You're right.
Because at times you ace the bag of cement, it just the
of course.
The floats off.
Of course. The boys they worked at the factory, even the apprentices they worked at them, truck them. Even the guys they go offload. Because some boys when they work, when they together they pass for go offload, then they go offload, then they jump, they go for go offload. This is how they make their own living. But they should be protected. They need protection and they need education how to protect themselves against harm.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's true.
So that's very crucial. So it's a shame that the price of factory, the price of cement now, it don't go up. I mean, and the guys who are involved in it are making fortunes. fortunes.
Cheap labor.
Cheap labor. They don't care about the safety of the workers then and all of that. I think government will pay attention. It's not just the Ministry of Labor, it's not government. So it's not just about talking about creating jobs, but it's also making sure that the work environment is conducive and free from dangerous risks, such as working in a cement factory or some other dangerous side of the world, cement in the hook. Cheap labor we for go above and now because it does not pay anyone, right? It does not pay anyone. All right, Dana, you get anything for discuss for the front pages?
No, very key ones. They don't go through them.
Okay. I see. All right. Well, so that is what we will have by way of the newspaper review, and so we will now can go to dealing with the other issues. And say this one is heroes. Citizens demand rerun of 2023 election in December. What do you think, Dana?
That's not possible.
That are the heroes newspaper. So it's not possible.
It's not possible.
So exactly what I was saying. 2 months in. Exactly what I was saying. So I saw it coming.
So many factors.
So many implications.
So many implications. We can't have an election with Conde seated there.
Oh, President Buhari was sitting there. You can't. Of course, you can't.
Priority now. Conde for left. That's it.
Yes.
And some of the commissioners there, they can't be sitting there and we have an.
No, what can they say?
Their watch, their leadership.
If we are talking about a rerun, then President Buhari should not even be the one to appoint the new electoral person when the government comes. So that's why I said, there are so many implications when the government don't go, and there is also the money factor.
It's money factor.
The money factor.
Consider the fact, look how long it takes them for paying the one.
Exactly. They will also need for clean up the voters register.
Exactly.
They need to clean up the voters register. The midterm census was done mainly for see how best they can manage the voting or the voters.
And now they say report writing on the midterm census. What are they going to write about?
Okay, well, I know that
it's on the front page with them Focus 24/7.
Okay.
You look at it and I think they forgot both.
On today's program?
Yes, Focus 24/7 report on that.
Okay.
Look at Focus 24/7 newspaper. Focus 24/7.
Okay, Focus 24/7.
Yes, Focus 24/7.
All right.
They talk about the report writing of the midterm census.
Okay. Okay. So you want to forget back?
Is it?
Yeah. And this one, you say, you mean? Because it's very crucial for
the. Our statistics I don't get as of for 2021 midterm census report writing. Statistician General assures of what?
Assures of what? It's all part of the state capture. It's all part of the state capture. So we are not impressed about all these kind of things. So what's important is that when you get so many guys hanging in very strategic offices and they are politically aligned, then the country has a big problem, as a matter of fact. So it's a very serious matter, so we can only hope for the best for Mama SALONE. All right, so then I will now go to the other issues then. I'll start with the appointment, by President Julius Madabio. He's a very tough guy, Well, let's start with this one. When addressed to Mr. Titus Jusu Nabiu, appointment as software analyst, presidential delivery unit. He said, I write to inform you that it has pleased His Excellency the President, Brigadier Retired Julius Madabio, to appoint you as software analyst, presidential delivery unit, office of the President. They go with the other literatures, they say, in terms and conditions will be communicated to him and that he will start work anytime he reports for duty. So that is one. Then there is another one. Mr. David Pandanoa, appointed as, he said, appointment as chairman to Commissioner, National Assets and Government Property Commission. So Mr. Pandanoa was Internal Affairs Minister until recently when he got removed from the cabinet, and now he has been appointed as, you know. So Dana, who was?
He was also one time head of SLRSA.
The SLRSA, Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority. So now, because now somebody has to fall for somebody to rise. So who was head of this National Assets Commission?
I think it was headed by Hindulu Mosi.
Okay, Hindulu Mosi. I see. Okay, and now he has been kicked out of there, and then Pandanoa has been given a space.
It pleases the president to appoint, you know.
Or to kick out anyone, and to bring in anyone.
The president's prerogative. He has the right to do it. So when you a government, for always no say, you know what they do forever.
Okay.
The president, you think say you turn them down, you know need him again at this particular side. Well, maybe if you're lucky or it consider you for another appointment, then well and good.
Okay. So as it pleases Mr. President.
His Excellency.
So you see, so now make anybody that sit up at that chair day, if I go through the right channel, so all of us say yes, he deserve him. Because there's so much investment on the president and on the running of the government. So you don't want to see anybody sit on that chair.
For the last 5 years, so I think.
So you don't want to see anybody sit on that chair unduly. Anybody will sit on the chair if it be deservingly. That's the point I'm saying. It should be deserving, you know. So anyway, the program will go on. You are listening to TDN Africa Media, and we will go to the other issues then. But can you imagine talking about software analyst, Diana? Software analyst. Because if you talk about a software analyst, which means the software should have been there already and it should be in the public domain. Because you are employing somebody to come and analyze that software. And I don't think, for me, I don't think such an appointment should even be put, because it's not going to go through Parliament. So why you make a public now for say president appoint software analyst?
You're talking about transparency. The president, they make you know, updating on what they do.
But there are so many other appointments where they make where kind of public domain. This one I believe for kind of public domain because it asks lots of questions. I mean, software analyst. Which software?
Well, you can't tell.
Which software?
They have one.
How come we don't know about the software?
Yeah.
That somebody has been recruited to come and analyze. You see? So anyway, it's a very serious matter. So President Bio today launched the Feed SALONE flagship program, and the program will coincide with a global event when a World Food Day. And World Food Day is commemorated yearly around the world, and here at SALONE it is moved from one locality to another. Remember 2 years ago Nabikono, then last year Nabikabala, and now Napujong. So for the Pujong events today, the president don't demand fixing at the best side for go launch the Feed SALONE initiative. You know, last week or so, it appoints the council. Then the other week, there was this Feed SALONE roundtable discussion where they hold at the Brookfield Hotel. President Bill was there, and then so many other dignitaries were there. But this one now the official launching of the Feed SALONE initiative. Dana, what do you think?
It's not about launching an initiative, it's about making the implementation of that initiative, work.
So
it's about financial support, providing the requisite funding for them so that it will be successful, they will achieve results. That is what is important.
Okay.
So but now they don't prioritize
agriculture.
So for me, I'm hopeful for the fact that the president don't realize, yes, Sierra Leone is go to bed hungry. Sierra Leone is the third hungriest nation in the world. This if I don't realize that since the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, we don't make progress by now. But for the fact they don't realize the fact that they need for put more attention to agriculture, I think it's a good thing.
All right. That's good, because somebody will say it's too early for be critical although you try from you try for manage you try for manage them very well. For say you would look forward to a very good result, because this is very easy for evaluate failure or success in this. One way where we evaluate success, now what we see we don't get so much rest at the country to an extent that we need to import rest anymore. Exactly. And secondly, the price of the rest of the produce locally they go down and down and down, and that availability of it in the local markets is very crucial. Then now we begin to talk now about exporting some of it to some other countries, as we used for doing before, because we used to be a net exporter of rice in the 60s, 70s, but now we are a net importer. So it's like the table turned drastically. So we wish President Bio and the government well in this drive. It's a very, very grand and challenge. So we can only wish them all the best.
Yeah, we don't want any excuse. Just
no, there will not be any excuses.
Some of project where you tell me last week saying certain equipment they will not get. So
no, that's the meal, the rice meal.
The rice meal.
The meal.
So make available all necessary equipment there so that this project will be achievable.
You're right, you're right. So now we got some young man them, when they suffer there now. Instead of going to the provinces, they want to be in Freetown, you know. So hard life for some young man them in the country. We own colleague Ezekiel Kago be go around the Goddard area and go talk to some young man there. Now listen to them. All right, TDN Africa Media you are listening to, and of course, like I said earlier, please like or subscribe and share. Okay, be part of the TDN family today and always. All right.
We're going to click back. There's some challenge with the sound, so we definitely will be back for making an idea from the young man.
Absolutely. So, are we there? Let's see what we can get.
Right, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah, what's your name? What's that you doing there? So, I see you there among a group of young men inside Kenya. What presently you do?
Presently, we job now the one brother can open one banner so it's a lot of people they ask about or look up the bar for any confusion possible. The only confusion when we go inside talk with her, match out and pull us off. And then not to better salary for them, not see them almost so appreciate and willing for that to better implement and implement.
Okay. You will speak aloud, yeah?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So explain how you feel currently, like we say, to better money that they pay you. So how you cope with the current situation, the price, the things involved, of transportation high. So how you cope all that day?
Like they pay me 600,000 per month. Now manageable no more. They grumble, but we know they because I not get other side for that attracts. So I make any kind of patient force to can me on any job work for you. So see, how are you? So the most they don't say I don't trust that money don't know. You are the go take a job they go over to that trust you. But for them I don't sit down for that side. You can do that. Get any job work there we see you out of that and they go with you.
So you learn any skill where like somebody go think about?
Yes, sir.
You? Which another skill you learn?
I'm an operator, sir.
Operator?
Yes, sir.
What take you operate?
Art movie, the machine, excavator.
The machine?
Excavator, yes.
Okay.
Loader.
So you don't ever work before?
Yeah, because I learned it one boss when over 3 or 6 months there. We don't really hand over give me machine under sea coach. You have to do the work. Okay. And a German have been moved. Yes. That's why they are art movies.
So the bar way you take control, you don't ever get some problems among young men there, so like just like they say, job no day and just the do one for manage your life, and you might get other the same young man the way they also do so. You get any problems?
You don't get problems there before, but because like youth man then you say we then click and be there, then man and be good and go beef. I mean, they go from the end around the junction, people and they go there for go enjoy whether they come out for job, for leaders. But few times, at the time over 2 to 3 years now, but damn it don't cut off. So now they safety now, why the guy pay now. So now that they manage mostly.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Mohamed Sahr.
Okay. So Mohamed, what's the idea?
For now, I dey Levuma Beach.
Okay. So what did they do?
Present for now, I dey do small security work. But really, the money is small. Really, they pay me 500. I get to picking. I get my woman. Can find difficult months they don't. I don't go eat me money. Mama day, family day. So not day. I can find it difficult really for that live my life. I can even need job while we will progress my life beside the security work. I can still I don't do the land or the ID for the money really small. Yeah. That's can feel difficult in my life.
Okay. So what did they do for, like you say you get picking, but what did they do for take care of the picking and schooling?
And they really for now really easy. Out of that 500 they pay me, they give 300, the 200, me back the money. Monthly they do, I don't do it, no mass, no nothing. Pass one thing, then me party there 5 grand, 10 grand, then they back onto any day. I can find it difficult really to survive. They need of job, really. for now, I find myself at that security job. Really.
So you learn any other thing?
Yeah, I learn skill. I do engineering on a center fitter. I go school, but I don't go far. From there, they have 5 jobs painting, white touch. Yeah.
Alright, so how you dey cook presently with like last money wey dem dey pay you is small? How you dey cope with the situation?
What they can give me that money, I can cut some, I send to my family. The 200 I manage because I made the work, I don't go work, I don't eat. They can come even for get starting project now work. That's why they tell the person why they work for one of my boss. I say give me life, we eat. They give me small, I eat. They come back and they take 3 months, they don't put single left now 200. I take I give me family. Just because of sustain life, not so for me now. I for the one day wouldn't be bear me. Mama day, picking day, mama day. But I find it difficult really to survive.
Hi, good afternoon. What's your name and who say you dey?
I live in Godwich community, the Kuba streets at the presently.
Okay.
Then the name Mohammed Bangali too.
Mohammed Bangali. Alright, so Mohammed, I see you there among your company. What's exactly you do?
Presently, for now, no, they do nothing.
So you got anything we learn?
Yes, sir. When me on skill, one at driving job alone. At the same time, it's being a welder. But for now, I not get job. At the out of job right now.
So what you don't do because you dey learn, you're a driver and at the same time you dey do welding. What you don't do for let you get a job?
I don't really make an effort for like able to get a job. Work from side to side, but until this time I'm able to get a job yet. But I still keep it fit. They go come for me.
So we know the work now. How you dey cope the situation?
So obviously, it's hard for me. Because of now, they're out of job, they're doing to me, they're doing to me. Really, things hard for me. I get 1-2 skill about working as a young man. More over for take adventure for help people for knock around for do that carpenter job. I can help some people then. Same time, I do well for do concrete work. Like they will no job, no they for one driving job. So presently for now, I started to take cope with my life, with my family.
All right. Well, we want to say thank you so much to our colleague Ezekiel Kago for doing those interviews with those young people. And the reason we focus on the young man there because you know the young man they live in a very deplorable situation. You know, some man they don't manage to get job, but they don't even pay themselves up to the minimum wage of 800 leos, right? Some man they get look at bouncer. When I say bouncer. Na post when they make tamai, you know, when it's map at the mots, you know, for Gunyara, you know, for make sure say all things go well and all of that. So they are being used for doing the risky job, but then they are paid very little and you're not happy with the job. By the time the salary they come, you don't use them, and then you get boku and get them yourself day into that kind of situation for look for jobs. So at the end of the day, they find themselves going into commercial sex and all that kind of thing. So then you have to say we get too many young people the waste in Africa where perhaps the Field Salone initiative can easily absorb them for make their lives become meaningful and they become useful citizens.
I think so. That if they were willing for go offline and go under the project.
Okay.
Because it's about the willingness for you for move from freedom and go there because they're facing a remote areas them. They want for the freedom, they want for the go to beach areas, they want for the areas they most life there. So most of the young people there, they decide for them freedom here so then go find a job for doing the province. We all know say yes, all the things centralized are freedom. You know, so it's difficult for live. Even when we can go up now, we therefore adapt. It's so difficult for them. Let alone somebody who go now apply for go fair now. You know, for himself, for take care of himself or for take care of your family.
Yeah.
You know, but I think say on the whole, it left to the individual for make the right decision for himself.
Mm-hmm.
You therefore take a decision for your future. You can't then have free tongue, you know, get good job for do. But if you don't get job na free tongue, most apply you get job. Especially with a fit salon. Fit salon, how do they do the recruitment process? If that man left go now, they don't go employer. I go do for come back na free tongue. Who do they pay in transport?
So, well, you're right. So many things there for deal with really, but government has to look at all the possibilities because if you talk of fit salon, it takes a lot of human resource. So you have to inject as many human beings into it as possible. And then you have the youth running and then we life wire. You see? So rather than them wasting around, let us make good use of them. That's very, very crucial. So that is it. We'll go to another issue. The West African Examination Council, WAEC, they set up a committee for look into the examination malpractice where allegedly take place in the last West Africa Senior Secondary School Certificate Examination. West Africa Senior Secondary Certificate Examination. WAS. Well, according to the information, the suspected or the malpractice in question led to the seizure of 34,525 results from various schools across the country. So, and these are the biggest level of seizure ever recorded in the history of the country. And it not go down well with many people there went to say, WAEC can just seize results, then they communicate to nobody, then nobody they ask them question, this and that and that. And according to the information, if WAEC suspects anybody from examination malpractice, the exam will go on, but the person they fill a form, they sign a form where they will look into afterwards. But this one now, nobody don't know whose result they are going to seize. Where we just take out on the own and seize any results. So what do you think about that, Diana? Because there are so many companies around.
I'm not even going to understand. Is it that the people they're not aware during the examination period, see them involved into examination?
Well, probably not, because there is no evidence of the forms being signed by them. Because if you sign a form, for CS, they catch you for do something dubious during the election. So during the examination.
So all of them
know. The government for take them to task.
Exactly.
Government should take WAEC to task. Let them explain how comes the seizure.
And let them make it known to the public.
You see?
The centers or the schools they also had this examination malpractice.
Yes.
You know, they need to explain all that. They're not going to just seize people picking their results.
Yeah. We need to know.
There are things where they do in this country.
And WAEC they talk to nobody asks questions to WAEC, this and that and that. But government for take WAEC on. Government should know. Government should protect the interest of the young people that are going into it, because some people they don't say 2 terms, some others say 3 terms. They still not get English. You see, they look now, mathematics. Most of the people they get 1, 2. They are surprised that they got 1 or 2 in mathematics. How comes? And then massive failure in English. How comes?
You know, like 10, 15 years back, let me just say, he hardly everybody's examination by malpractice.
No.
They hardly, but for that, you get the guts for spy, where you get the Oladipo vendor, then examiners, the way they monitor around.
Exactly.
Because the other teachers already put, you know, yes. You see this as supervisor.
Yeah.
Because they take nonsense. But
yes.
now, if you think don't go back, because the students when they take the exam no more. From the examiners, the way they or the one way they can monitor the examination, they all for take responsibility for this.
Okay.
How their papers that they pass, go with the picture, they question, they leak.
I know. So but sometimes they are fake leakage, so not fake leakage. And that is not bad. Because if you get fake leakage, take as a reality, you go study and focus on that, the way you go to the exam now, not commodity, then you don't feel already.
They pay for the leakage they do.
Well, but most of them are fake, I'm telling you.
They pay, the teachers, they give it and say, this is the camp.
Well, if that happen, then it's a shame on why.
It's a shame.
How comes? There are no systems and procedures for avoiding this kind of thing for happen. You see, there will be a massive failure in English, Diana.
Too bad.
Massive failure in English. It is a very serious concern. One thing that come out clearly is that we don't get good English teachers. Now, most of the schools there. Because if person don't go...
But the very teachers there, when you say we don't get good English teachers, and they very well mark the exam papers they back.
Oh, exactly.
So what did they mark?
Exactly.
What are they marking?
So it's a serious cause for concern. That's
The
what
good
fact.
teachers, the one they say no good, and then they go mark the papers they back. Then
You're right.
you know for kids the papers they for mark.
You're right. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. Okay. The clerk of parliament, Umar Paran Tarawali, say very soon the country will get a new constitution. A new constitution. And he said this on Radio Democracy during a radio interview. And he was emphasizing on the fact that the work of parliament, they go on with or without the APC MPs. And that parliament will continue to consider very important policies and make laws, as well as passing the new constitution, where in believes say good in a parliament very, very soon. That is according to Umar Paran Tarawali. For say the new constitution, in believes say good in a parliament very, very soon. So we are waiting to have our new constitution. We know that the review process is going on. We don't know whether they're involved in the process, whether they're those partisans, because when the Justice Kawan be the head Young Commission, we all know the people who were involved in the process. But this time around, we don't know anything as to who are the people involved in the reviewing process. And now, according to Umar Paran Tarawali, this constitution will then at the well of parliament anytime soon, and that with or without the APC MPs, the parliament will go on and just enact a new constitution for the Republic of Sierra Leone. Diana?
We want from me before they take her to parliament. Let them engage Sierra Leoneans, let them inform Sierra Leoneans everything they desire that constitution.
You're right.
Let them not just take her to parliament. It's not for parental and co-associates them. You know, this is not for the people of Sierra Leone, the constitution, and for each and every one of them. So they're not to just go and do a constitution and go to parliament with them and go approve them. Theophilus, if you don't talk, say, you go man take a campaign against the one that whether they constitute the committee for that constitution.
Yeah, but we're not be there. Diana, we're not be there. How can we talk anything?
Because what was it third term day again? President they go for third term.
No, that is not of it. They're not Chris. They're not Chris. They're not Chris. Now what you will say?
Everything is secrecy.
I know.
Everything is in secrecy.
So I know it is being doctored seriously. Forget again another political advantage. And me, I'm sending a clear message. President Bio took oath of office for put the interest of SALONE first above everything else. For instance, that midterm census, it was never in the best interest of the country. It was only in the best interest of the SLPP, and that is what they used to get advantage in the elections process. So that is not putting the interest of the country forward. It is putting the interest of their party. Now the reason why some of really emphasize on the disaggregated data. Now this PR system. So why don't you release the data up to now? So it's a very serious concern. But we are happy it's coming from Paran Tarawali that we are to expect a new constitution. So if President Bio in term of office done this controversial 5 years, if it done without a new constitution, then we will ask Paran Tarawali, but you said on the radio that we will get a new constitution. How comes?
You didn't say you answer.
So perhaps he was not the right person to have even mentioned this. That it was just being, I don't know how they call them, I mean, they fair no more for NAC the APC. That with or without now, we will consider all kind of important things, including the constitution. So even if the constitution comes for right now, we pass up. What will do nothing. So anyways, and then another important thing is that the peace talks between the government and the APC, they kick off today. We understand it is going to be a very high level thing. It's going to be only by invitation, only those whose names are there, and even those whose names are there, when they enter the hall, the phone will be left outside. But be you minister, be you whoever you are, when you go into the dialogue proper, because you don't go out for them on the dialogue. You see some audio they leak from the dialogue, social media. They don't want that.
They need to get some sophisticated system for check, because not a phone are the only recorder they now. People get a lot of ways to record. They can. They can put something at their pocket that they record. You don't know.
Well, I'll say.
Forget a system we go check everyone properly. Well, because at the end of the day, we know how for the see information they leak, audios that they leak, or what people that they talk, they discuss it, because it not will help in the deliberation at all. You know, people are very deceitful in this country as well. You get people that now when they go. Just for go begin disclose some of the things.
I know, you're right.
Well, not good. We want to say a peaceful dialogue.
You're right. You know? Because the recent itself, Dr. Samoa go address some MPs and councillors, Napoloko, this and that. But I still remember, always Samoa about talk, it did social media. And this was supposed to be a closed door business. So I support the idea of not allowing any phone by whoever into the hall. I mean, no. What do you want for your
devices that
other devices, phone now, recorder, or any other device, right? Even laptop. They don't allow a laptop inside it, right? Only book and pen or pencil, no problem. But to take a laptop, to take a recorder, to take a mobile phone, it should not be allowed in the hall, because we're not going to be interested in the half talk. One for Yeri, a joint communique. Yeah. A joint communique. Say this is what we have resolved, and this is how we want to proceed. No, so that's what we want to hear. Not to have talk to them.
Interest, you know.
Exactly. We're not getting interest, but I have talk to them. So anyway, there is a write-up by the international mediators. Let me just try to read that out. They write something where they will guide their own. And this one we are talking about the African Union, we are talking about ECOWAS, then we are talking about the Commonwealth, then also talking about the Peace and National Commission, cohesion actually. So it's a commencement of a mediation process between the government of Sierra Leone and the All People's Congress Party. The African Union, the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, and the Commonwealth are jointly facilitating a mediation process between the government of Sierra Leone and the All People's Congress Party on the outcome of the June 24, 2023 general elections. The mediation initiative is at the invitation of the Independent Commission for Peace and National Cohesion of the Republic of Sierra Leone. The mediation is led by Her Excellency Aja Fatumatu CM Jallo, the former Vice President of the Gambia, supported by technical teams from the three organizations. On arrival in Freetown on 13th October 2023, the team paid a courtesy call on the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio. The team held consultations with key stakeholders in the country, including with the leadership of the APC and its presidential candidates in the June 24 general elections, Dr. Samuel Kamara, cabinet ministers, the leadership of the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone, ECSL, civil society organizations, and the diplomatic corps, amongst others. The team also met with the former president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, His Excellency Ernest Bai Koroma. The three-day mediation process officially starts on Monday, 16th October 2023 at the Bintumani Hotel and will continue till Wednesday, 18th October 2023. The mediation team seizes this opportunity to call on all parties to discuss openly and frankly in a good faith with the aim of finding a lasting solution to the issues at stake in the overall interest of the country. It also calls on the parties to refrain from inflammatory statements in the media that could jeopardize the mediation process. So it's signed by Her Excellency Aja Fatoumata C.M. Jallow, the former Vice President of the Republic of Gambia, when in one of the joint facilitators. Diana, what do you think?
It is well said. They don't make it very clear, as we don't state, all the discussions, the reform, parade, and others, the likes, let them be very mindful of the statement they make at this particular time. It's a very crucial time. As Sierra Leoneans, we want to see an amicable settlement, So as the 3 days, they commence today, 3 days dialogue, we pray and hope that, they go get like minds, them will go and think of the interest of every Sierra Leoneans and put the nation first and try to reach at an amicable settlement,
Okay. Well, of course, that is our wish, that people that will keep their peace, both on the government side, SLPP side, and the APC side. Now they maintain their utterances, so there's not going to be any difficulty. Because what they already is that the APC is going to ask for some kind of consideration of positions in the various MDAs. Then one of the things that when we don't begin go out on the social media, so they can talk and they better wait for us and let the law wait and see what comes out from the mediation. That is why nobody is allowed to take in any phone or any electronic device. So I think that is very crucial, and we wish all the ones who are involved in these peace talks or in this dialogue the very, very best. And it is happening in our country, in our country's political history, for the very, very first time that elections can be held, and then the opposition say we are not going to accept the result, and then need day for dialogue, the president or the government say yes, we are ready for this dialogue, let us go and talk, because let's say there is something to talk about.
But the fact that most of the development partners, they're not even congratulating,
Oh yes. It's a serious matter.
It's a serious matter. Because now we only the opposition. Maybe the government for just to hell with you now.
Oh, exactly. But unfortunately, in this case, government cannot say to hell to now because they know the impact of running the state without the opposition. So, and Mame Bagua was on the media giving assurances that inside this week, APC MPs will go back to parliament. What do you think?
Did he say that?
He said so.
Okay, well,
he said so.
We are hopeful. Thank God. I think if don't get some information.
So in other words,
there's going to be some settlements.
In other words, he's trying to make himself very relevant. All right. So now go to Dr. Kande Kole Yumkela. Dr. Kande Kole Yumkela. He came in from his UN job and said, in the county map for the flag bearer for the SLPP. He came at a time when the SLPP was already settled as to who was going to be the flag bearer, and in this case, we are talking about President now, Julius Maada Bio. But Kande Yumkela thought it was going to be an easy walk over, and when he came, he saw a lot of difficulties. The blockade at the gate. At one time, they even embarrassed Imama and pulled him in jab, this and that. At one time, we were able to peace when they do it, and then said that so can you vex in only gangster business in the reform in your party. Then now then if you call it Al-Hussein and Al-Hassan, and they call them. So now Dr. Kande Yumkela, don't abandon in your creation the NGC, right? And now it don't go back to the SLPP. Let's see the dancing. Finally. All right, you saw that. Finally, Tindombio. Hey, Tindombio. We saw the first lady there. She was also dancing. We saw Prince Adi. We saw the Western Area Chairman, Masoud Doumbouya, but we did not see the president. For such a big event, I think President Bill himself should have been there to receive Dr. Kennedy Mkela. Diana, what do you think?
I think President Bill gets more work for do than Togo.
But this is something he worked for. He worked for this.
No,
but he worked. Madabio worked for this.
Okay.
Madabio worked for this to an extent.
It's representative.
To an extent, no, it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. The first lady is not an official of the party. She is not an official of the party. This is about the SLPP business, and Madabio is the head of the SLPP. She is she is an honorary member of the SLPP. She is not carrying any executive position. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Right? So, in anything, since the party affair, of course, the chairman was there presiding, other people were there, but President Bill, because President Bill worked for this, he went to Kennedy Mkela's home, he even put water in the cup, he begged and said, Badia, this is the cold water, drink them, let's turn back to the party. And from my understand, say, Kennedy Mkela is not doing all of this, even in wealth, before he died. He turned and say, not join any other political party, go back to the SLPP. This is the information I have, and it is credible enough, I can assure you. So anyway, Kennedy Mkela is back to the SLPP, and then the NDC is now begging for somebody for come take up the NDC. Abieri, one spokesperson for the NDC, they even call on Jagaban. Because they not just need a good name, they need somebody with money. They need somebody with money who can inject her into NDC so that NDC.
No spokesperson will call you.
No, I will send you the audio message. They beg Jagaban, so let Jagaban can take over NDC. Yeah. So anyway, it's a very interesting matter. So we wish Dr.
So what are the hopes for Kennedy Mkela?
Well, the hopes. One of the key hopes is that he sees himself as the most prominent person for takeover from Madabio after Madabio left, when no go entitled anymore go for re-election. Of course, he cannot go again because the constitution makes it clear that you can only go for 2 terms, and that's it. So don't talk about the 3rd term. That then a complete nonsense.
If he continues to stay in NGC.
No, he will not. He will never go close to the presidency. Just like Sam Smana.
So why you waste people the resources? Why you waste people the time? Why
yes.
you
So what this mean, Dana, is that
so these guys are just
anytime somebody come out from APC or SLPP out of vexation for go from new party, will left in and family.
NGC.
Will left no, she was in a different case. She was in a different case because Sifasi was not formed by Sam Smana. Sifasi was formed by people who had just gone through about the whole APC team and go form a Masane.
But it was when Sam Smana left.
No, exactly, but it was not formed by Sam Smana. It was Sam Smana. It just came. For this now.
What if they say APC and SLPP,
No, nine. Anytime anybody left from APC or SLPP, they go from your party. Then he and your family go from right? So the important thing there is that there is no more hope for a third force.
At all, there is no hope.
No hope for a third force. It's either APC or SLPP, and that's it. But even when we get APC and SLPP, what should they clamor for? Now free and fair elections. No stolen mandate. No stolen mandate. No stolen mandate. No stolen mandate. We don't want to hear about any stolen mandate. We don't want to see anybody when they're not duly elect. Go sit on that chair there. And now, one thing they go on right now because they're going to thief them, they electric poll them for copper, this and that. Now they don't swear. They put swear now. So I think say even for the electoral process, therefore they put swear. Say anybody will vote for the election, anybody will play any parts, anybody will benefit from the process. Right? Let them die. What do you think, Diana?
Maybe I don't believe that.
No, I believe for swear in that way the day. That is, you don't believe, now for extend them to future generation.
Exactly.
What are you do?
Yeah,
so far.
So
they put Papa swear.
Say
anybody.
Put this way.
No, apply. They put them apply. They put them apply. They can literally swear. Say anybody will go for this election, let it halaki. Let it die here open. Anyway, that I think so we can close the program from here.
Anyway, on that note, we want to say thank you to you and joining me. We're going to be here on Wednesday for another edition of SALONE Talk on TDN Africa Media. Till then, Diana Cook and the Sintata.
Mina Theophilus Gbenda, they say TDN is our property. Please let us make it go. Beyond even beyond imagination. So it's simple to do. Just subscribe, like, and share, and we are fine. Just like you are fine with us. And we're very impressed with the number of viewers they already get. We hope we viewers then will continue for stay glued, and we'll get more viewers there for come on board. Thank you to the technical man, Brother Tijan, who make it possible for that we come to now with all the technical stuff. Then we say thank you also to man them on the ground, Tijan, Jibril, and Ezekiel. They are around to make sure everything goes well. Thank you also to the CEO. Madam CEO of TDN, based in the United States of America, and to the entire TDN team, including Brother Dennis Wedding Apoloko. Thank you. Till the next edition. Bye-bye.
TDN Africa Media.